technology has to be embraced, because without it you're kind of going backwards instead of forwards. The key is to not confuse inspiration with technology.
The film I'm working on right now was shot digitally, and everything is digital on it, and it will probably in large part be distributed digitally.
Well, then, no, the new technology allows you to not be limited by anything, really. The scope of your storytelling is as far as your imagination will take you. Digital film, anyone can shoot. So as a result, it's not an elitist medium like it was before.
Of course, there's always a balance between art and commerce, and that I hope that those artists who want to be able to find an audience that's passionate about the same things that they're passionate about will be able to connect using the digital domain.
You know, as long as there's a creative, human force behind it, I don't think there's anything to be that afraid of. I think it's when that gets lazy, then the technology will get shallow.
I think we'll be at digital cinema within 5 years, complete digital cinema, but that's only the beginning.
The only thing that I worry about is I think all of this stuff, this information, erodes our attention. You need to surrender to story, surrender to narrative, and there's something there. To the extent that new technologies permit us to have access to our own attention, then it's good.
It's another thing, it's like sound. It's like when pictures spoke. People said, nobody wants to go see pictures where people speak. They did. But it's not the same thing. This is much deeper because it's a technological thing, and it also affects the viewing habits of audiences, because there are only so many digital possibilities now, like games and all of that stuff, which are affecting the audiences, particularly young audiences, and that's a consideration. So the question is, how does the entertainment industry embrace them and become part of it?
I think what happens is that as you're on the cusp, things get really unsettled. The tectonic shift is really present, and I can feel it particularly among my colleagues, a great deal of anxiety, but I'm always fairly confident it'll work out.
The more I learn about the internet, the more I realize nobody really understands how to use it. I mean, we all say, well, use the internet, use all the new technology, and it's wonderful, but we're still at the technology phase, and I think the question is how do you use it?
I think that for the filmmaker, what it offers is the opportunity to continue to connect with audiences in ways that potentially that they have not. If you look online today, there are massive communities around some of these very popular movies. As filmmakers begin to understand the power of community and the importance of community, filmmakers will be able to better market, filmmakers will be able to better produce, and filmmakers will be able to better connect with that audience the closer they are to it.
You can look at the industry right now as a digital sandwich between analog slices of bread, in the sense that shooting still for the most part is on film, and distribution for the most part is on film. Everything else is digitized. All of the intermediate steps have been digitized, and these slices of bread are getting thinner and thinner, and within, I'd say, a year or two, they're going to disappear completely, and the whole thing will be digital.
Ultimately, it's going to be the salvation of film, the salvation of the film industry. It's going to, because we're, as a people, human beings are evolving, and the film industry has to evolve as well, with us, with the people.